following is a presentation of Main Street Media, your source for news, sports, and information on Main Street in Middle Tennessee.
Welcome in, everybody. This is one of my favorite days. I am Devin O'Day, and it is Giving Tuesday. I'm so excited because today we're going to be talking about some of the most wonderful places that are available for us to give and open up our hearts to. A lot of people don't even realize some of the most incredible places there are around Middle Tennessee doing such wonderful, wonderful work. Well, I just wanted to start out by just kicking things off with one of our fabulous giving partners. Together we do give. And we're going to take you on a tour all around Middle Tennessee. A lot of people don't even realize that in some of our most influential, affluent neighborhoods, there's poverty. There's poverty all around us. And we're going to meet Chris in just a second. He's standing by, and we're going to tell the story of Franktown. You've heard of Franktown Lights. That's what they do every Christmas. But just a little kind of introduction before we talk to Chris about what they do in Williamson County, literally the richest county in Middle Tennessee. But there's poverty all around us. And sometimes it's our neighbors next door. Sometimes it's the child next door. And we don't even realize. Franktown Open Hearts. And here is Chris. You are the patron saint right now of Franktown. I mean, you are,
Well,
some days you're Santa, some days you're dad, sometimes you're a minister, sometimes you're just taking out the trash. I mean, you just a man of many jobs.
I've been called a lot of things, but never a patron saint. So I'll take it. That's fine.
You know, what brought you to this ministry of love?
Well, I've done. It's a family tradition, if you will. My grandfather was a preacher. My father was a preacher. My brother was a preacher, and I was the black sheep because I became a youth pastor. Uh, I've been doing kids my whole life, either working in a church environment to different parachurch ministries, working with mainly disadvantaged kids, impoverished kids.
Yeah.
I've been doing that for a little over 20 years.
Hmm.
What I love about this ministry is that, unlike a lot of agencies or ministries, we're the exact opposite of entitlements. We don't do that. Um, we teach a work ethic. We teach these kids how to use this tool.
Hmm.
They have to pull themselves up by their bootstraps. We give
Yes.
them the boots.
There you go. We give them the boots. I love how you say you can teach, you can drive, you can love. It's just there is a job for someone. If you're listening and you are down in the Williamson County area, and you know, I always say that retired people sometimes can feel a little bit disenfranchised, a little shoved out, a little aged out. But there is some place where you are integral and in part of something. If you go to Franktown and say, I'm going to donate my gift of teaching.
Well, it's you know we tell people we need you to serve, willing to roll up your sleeves and serve, and they think service. Well, that must mean cleaning toilets. That must be doing this yucky drudgery stuff. Who said service had to be a drudgery?
Mm-mm.
We kind of turn it on its head. What do you love doing? What are you passionate about? If you had a day as beautiful as today and
Mm-hmm.
the temperature was 70 degrees, what would you want to do? Some people would say, oh, I would play golf. I would go fishing. I would work in the garden. I'd work on my car. I would grill out, whatever. Whatever that thing is, we say, wonderful, do that. Except do it with this child.
Oh, I just absolutely love this. I love what this is about. Giving Tuesday. Let's tell people about Franktown Lights because that's the easiest way to give is to go and drive through and see some great Christmas lights.
And it's so neat because 100% of the proceeds go to benefit this wonderful ministry. Every night at the Williamson County Ag Expo Center, it's right off Interstate 65 on exit number
Mhm.
61 from 5 o'clock until 9 o'clock. You can stay in your car, so it's COVID friendly, and you drive through this course. It's just barely over a mile long, go slow, and you get to experience almost a nostalgic throwback to days gone by of these gorgeous displays. A couple of them are over 30 feet tall. I mean, they're
Oh,
just huge. The
I just
lights
love it.
are flashing, synchronized to the music you hear on the radio. And at the end of the course, you can enjoy hot chocolate, uh, cotton candy, popcorn. They even have fire pits. You can make s'mores.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Franktown Lights, and it's a bargain. It's like $35 for a whole carload.
25.
20. See, but you can give 35. They'd take 35. But
We're practically giving it away. It's only $25 a
25.
card that all goes to charity.
I always tell everybody dress up in your best Christmas pajamas, take your thermos of cocoa, and drive through with the kids. And they will think it's
That's
the
for
best
sure.
thing in the world. Franktown Lights, located in Franklin. Give them the address and how they can get tickets.
It's at the Williamson County Ag Expo Center. Like I said, go down 65, Interstate 65 to exit number 61, the Paytonsville Road exit. I promise you, you can see it from the street.
I
Follow
love
the
it.
lights.
Follow the lights. Chris, I
Yeah.
love you so much. And I love Franktown. Franktown, the Open Hearts, just be a part of this amazing organization. Thank you for being a guest on Giving Tuesday.
Love you, Devin. Appreciate you.
Love you, Chris. Take care. Bye-bye. We're going to move on to some contemporary music that there's a family that is gotten involved, and we're going to help our folks and our friends out in Waverly, Tennessee. Heather is part of Kinder's Kids. Yes, indeed.
Hi.
And I love that you and Ryan have been a part of this amazing, amazing thing. Every year you find a different, the Kinder's Kids Foundation. How did that start?
Yes, so Ryan, he might actually be in the waiting room. I don't know if you want to add him as well.
He's not yet. He's
okay,
not yet.
Fair. Well, I will
But
go
as soon
ahead
as he's here, I'm gonna add him. So
okay. Well, thank you for having us today. Ryan and I started Kinder's Kids officially in 2014, but the idea came from an experience we had in 2011. We both were students at the University of Alabama in Tuscaloosa, and a huge tornado came through the town in April of 2011.
Wow.
And just completely destroyed most of the town. And the next day, Ryan went out and was helping clean up the community. And he came across a child standing on the foundation of what was left of their home, holding on to a toy. And that moment, just that tornado, that experience really defined a lot of our life and what we ended up doing next. And then, so if you fast forward to 2014, we found ourselves in a position to be able to give back. And so that is when we officially launched Kinder's Kids Foundation. So what we do is we collect toys throughout the year in different initiatives and drives. And then every December, unfortunately, every year there's multiple natural disasters that happen.
Right.
And so we go every December to a different community that's been affected by a natural disaster. And we provide toys to that community to help the families give their kids a Christmas. Usually when a natural disaster happens, the things that happen first is you have to replace necessities, food, shelter, clothing. That's what comes first, and toys kind of probably go on the back burner.
Look who just joined us.
Hi, Ryan. So that's how we choose to focus on toys, is that unfortunately it's usually the last thing that families can worry about or pay for at the time. So we want to be able to, relieve them of that burden. So this year, like you said, Waverly, we are partnering with Waverly, Tennessee, that was affected by the flood back in August.
Hi, Ryan. Welcome. And thank you for making time. I know that you guys are in separate places. I go, it doesn't matter. We can bring everybody in, because Giving Tuesday is my second favorite day other than the big payback. And I always say, if you go, what is Giving Tuesday? I say, well, you have Black Friday, you have Small Business Saturday, you have Cyber Monday, but Giving Tuesday is where the hearts just get overwhelmed with love. And I looked at, the New York Times said last year during the pandemic, giving rose 5%, making it the biggest giving year of all time. Wow. Isn't that something? Yeah. During the pandemic in 2020?
That's incredible.
Fantastic.
Ryan, we were just talking about the picture of you seeing the kid that standing there in rubble holding a teddy bear.
That was a tough moment, but it stuck with me and led to me and Heather starting this whole thing. So I'm glad it stuck with me.
It's a beautiful, beautiful undertaking. Where can people give, and where can people help these wonderful, precious kids?
Of course, yeah. kinderskidsfoundation.com. You can read about everything that we stand for. You can see some old pictures. There's a PayPal link. You can go to paypal.com/kinderskidsfoundation. We have an Amazon toy drive link on the kinderskidsfoundation.com website.
How easy is that? I mean, you don't even have to leave your house and go shop.
Yep.
It's fantastic. We get toys every day, and it's wonderful. So we're going to have a lot of toys for Waverly this year.
Do you dress up like Santa when you give them out?
I haven't yet, but I need to.
I love it. Well, where can people, are there any kind of Christmas concerts planned where you're going to have a big, where people can actually bring toys? It's a crazy year, so I always ask.
Nothing planned for this year, but it's a great idea for next year.
That's what a lot of people do. They're kind of pushing it off, but you know what? We don't have to push away, and that's giving. That is giving.
Very.
So kinderskidsfoundation.com, not .org, but .com. Heather, who had the light bulb over the head first, you or Ryan?
I think it was Ryan. And at the time he was on the road. And so he would put on his rider, which if you don't know what a rider is, it's what artists ask for in the dressing room or the green room. And he would put on his rider that he wanted to receive a toy in the green room. And venues first thought that he wanted the toy for himself. But it's really, would be believable. But he really wanted the toys to be, that's how we started. We started collecting them Ryan would collect them at his shows throughout the year from his rider. And then it just has grown and grown every year since 2014.
That is beautiful. But, what's really beautiful is that you took the time to spend with us. Can I play some of your music, Ryan?
Please.
I found an acoustic version of a song called Doing Fine. And I just thought, you know what? We need a reminder that everything's going to be okay. Our crazy world right now. But you do have a new Christmas song out. What is that?
This Christmas. It's a Donny Hathaway cover.
Well, I encourage everybody to follow Ryan's music. And Ryan and Heather, God bless you in the coming year with this, and may it be multiplied sevenfold.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you. You guys have a great rest of your season. And the joy of the season. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I tried to hate you, but I knew that wouldn't last. Hard moving forward, you're always looking back, trying to find where we went wrong. Forever didn't take too long. I tried to hate you, but I know I ain't that strong. I hope you have to lie when someone asks you how you're doing. You tell them you're alright, but you're barely getting through it. It's easier if we hurt the same. If you're a wreck when you hear my name, I need your heart to break like mine. I'm not okay if you're doing fine.
Don't wanna be friends, oh that only hurts more. When you're off the deep end, keeping one foot unsure. I'm holding out to see if you are miserable like I am too. And it just might make me a fool.
I hope you have to lie when someone asks you how you're doing. You tell them you're alright, but you're barely getting through it. It's easier if we hurt the same. If you're a wreck when you hear my name, I need your heart to break like mine. I'm not okay if you're doing fine. I hope you have to lie when someone asks you how you're doing. You tell them you're alright, but you're barely getting through it. It's easier if we hurt the same. If you're a wreck when you hear my name, I need your heart to break like mine. I'm not okay if you're doing fine. I need your heart to break like mine. I'm not okay if you're doing fine.
Well, we are just now putting up the link that you can find. If you look in the comments, the link, the Amazon link, the giving link is right there for kinderskidsfoundation.com. And a big thank you to Heather and to Ryan for giving us their time and sharing with us. Good morning to Kevin Marshall Chops on the Poet Laureate of Gallatin, Tennessee. So glad to see the faces of the spirit of giving alive and well on main streets throughout the mid-state. Keep softening and warming our hearts into action. Blessings to all of you. It is Giving Tuesday, and A Soldier's Child is a very, very important organization.
Finally, as we mark Veterans Day, a timely reminder that not all those who serve still wear a uniform. Tonight, I want to share with you a story about a veteran honoring fallen members of the military by standing up for the children they left behind. Around this campfire, the bonds of military service, loyalty, and honor are being passed down.
What I want you to know is the last thing your dad was thinking about was you.
To children who share the loss of a military parent.
Makes me feel like I'm not forgotten and other people care.
It makes you feel comforted that you're not the only one going through this situation.
Loved. Definitely loved.
And in the spirit of the soldier's ethos, leave no man behind, here, no military child is left behind.
Visit us at asoldierschild.org. Sign up today. Thank you, and God bless you and your family.
Well, there is a beautiful video put together of these children. A Soldier's Child, a great organization, remembering them all and thinking about them. And hopefully Giving Tuesday will tell you that it's not just about money. It's about your heart. It's about your time. It's about kids.
Mama showed me pictures of their wedding day. I can tell how much he loved her by the smile on his face. I kinda see me when I look at him. It makes me think of what could have been. A soldier's child left alone, just 9 weeks old, and he was gone. So many things I never got to do with the greatest man. I never knew. Sometimes I imagine the sound of his voice. I know just what I'd say if I had a choice. I'd tell him how much I love him and that I'm proud. A soldier's child left alone, just 9 weeks old, and he was gone. So many things I never got to do with the greatest man. I never knew. I never knew. I never knew. I never knew. I find myself wishing that we could go fishing and spend some time together, just talking and singing, just laughing, my dad and me. Oh, a soldier's child left alone, just 9 weeks old, and he was gone. So many things I never got to do with the greatest man. He was the greatest man I never knew.
Oh, I agree, Judy. It is very touching. And Elizabeth, yes, it is all the feels. That's what Giving Tuesday is about. Our show's a little bit longer today because it is the Main Street Way. Dave Gould and his wife, Ellen Gould, created this network of giving local stories and local news, and people doing good is what we're all about. If you've ever sent a public service announcement to a radio station, TV station, or a newspaper, and they just filed it in the round file called the trash, that's not what we do. We try to shine the light every day. Joe Dubin in the mornings on Main Street, middays with me. And we're going to go up to the cold area because I don't know. We talk about uniforms. Her first single was a beautiful song that says not every hero. There are all sorts of heroes in all sorts of uniforms. And Lisa Richard, my sister in Atlantic Canada. Merry Christmas, darling. How are you?
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Is it too soon?
It is not too soon, not for us. It is Giving Tuesday, and we're talking all about good stuff, but we're also celebrating a brand new release of a new sound of the season from you. It is so much fun. Jolly old Saint Nick.
Oh, thank you so much. We need our Christmas toques on already up here. It is a little bit chilly, but I'm hoping this song brings a smile to everyone's faces and gives some warmth back in your heart. So it's a fun tune for everyone, and I hope you enjoy it.
Well, Lisa, if you don't know, she's the creator of our unofficial theme song here. A song called Together, which we'll probably close the show with today as well. It's just a fun song. Together is where I want to be. And we do want to be together. And that's what Giving Tuesday is about. I think about the organization that I love up in Atlantic Canada today, Christmas Daddies.
That will be on very soon, actually. And it's been running many decades. And I believe, Devin, you were involved.
Yes,
not that long ago.
Well, it was longer than what I would like to admit, but I mean, I absolutely love it. I got off the plane in Halifax, and I didn't even know I had nose hairs until they froze. I go, what was that? It's like, it was the coldest I've ever been. Is there in Atlantic Canada? Halifax, I mean, because it was an open tarmac. I mean, it wasn't like you walked inside. You stepped off the plane, walked down the steps in the ice and snow.
It may have been a little chilly that time of the year. We tend to get a little bit colder in January, February, March, but it's starting already. So Christmas Daddies, I believe, has always been early December. They try to raise money for children every year, and it's been going on for a long time. And I'm so excited to have been part of it for a few years. I've donated for many, many years, but now creating some of my own music, I get to give back that way as well. So I just think it's an amazing connection that you have with Christmas Daddies, and a lot of people wouldn't know that you were part of that. I think, was it in the 80s?
Yeah, well, it was in the 90s. It was in the 90s, but early 90s, and I went up, and CKPE was a station that I did news reports with. My friend Stan Campbell and Bill McNeil and his lovely wife were there at CKPE, and they invited me to be a part of it. And Pam Tillis was up there, and the musicianship in that area of Canada is, she walked in, and her band that had been provided, they were all kids. They were kids.
They start young. Absolutely.
Holy moly. She said, what song do you want me to perform? And they said, well, we know all your songs. She goes, what do you mean? We really like Melancholy Child, which was an album cut on one of her first albums. And they had learned every single song to be ready for Pam Tillis.
Oh, that's not surprising, but that is amazing. The talent here on the East Coast is absolutely phenomenal. And there's a lot of connections from here to Nashville, as you know. And gosh, we wish we had a little bit longer, warmer season to bring all y'all up here.
Oh, that's okay. You guys invented Christmas, I think. That's what I always say.
We think Santa Claus hangs out up here somewhere. So that's why I decided to write the song all about him.
That's right. Well, we're going to play that song right now, and we will talk to you soon. I know you've got what people don't know, in her other life, she's a chiropractor.
I do have patients waiting for me, and they get to see the hat today as well.
Oh,
and I hope they enjoy this song too. There's a few people watching live as we speak. So thank you so much for having me. And
thank you,
enjoy the song.
All right, you take care.
Okay,
we're going to play a little
you.
Jolly Old Saint Nick. We're right ahead, and we're going to talk about a pregnancy center in Robertson County that just had a ribbon cutting on their new building. It is Giving Tuesday, everybody. Happy Jolly Old Saint Nick. Bye, Lisa.
Jolly old Saint Nick, he worked every day of his life. He loves what he does for all the boys and girls. Well, it doesn't matter if you believe or not. You know, the spirit of Christmas, it can't be stopped. If you're just like me, you're counting the days till you can go home, see your family and friends. There'll be lots of parties and presents to pick. Maybe you'll catch a glimpse of jolly old Saint Nick. Jolly old Saint Nick, he worked every day of his life. He loves what he does for all the boys and girls. Well, it doesn't matter if you believe or not. He knows the spirit of Christmas, it can't be stopped. If you feel like a kid again, you know you're doing something right. Sharing hugs and smiles, that's what it's all about. If you're a good neighbor, if you're a good friend, then maybe you'll catch a glimpse of jolly old Saint Nick. Jolly old Saint Nick, he worked every day of his life. He loves what he does for all the boys and girls. Well, it doesn't matter if you believe or not. He knows the spirit of Christmas, it can't be stopped. Jolly old Saint Nick, he worked every day of his life. He loves what he does for all the boys and girls. Well, it doesn't matter if you believe or not. He knows the spirit of Christmas, it can't be stopped. He knows the spirit of Christmas, it can't be stopped. He knows the spirit of Christmas, it can't be stopped.
I love it. I love it. I just put you in such a good mood. Lisa Richard. I know it's spelled Richard, but I'm from Louisiana. She's from Nova Scotia, where all the Cajuns originated from. So it's Richard. Isn't that a kind of cool? It's like my friend Richard from Richard's Restaurant in Whites Creek, Richard Trest. I hope you're listening today, Richard, because we know how to say it the right way, right? Well, I tell you what, if you don't know what a pregnancy center is, they're literally doing God's work in Robertson County. I'm going to show you a picture. Let me see if I can find it up here, because there was a ribbon cutting this past month. And I know that our next guest was a guest on Big Joe on the Go on our morning show, Mornings on Main Street. This place had a ribbon cutting. It's called Open Door Pregnancy Center. And with that, we're going to bring our next guest on, doing God's work in Robertson County, Sean Elmore, Open Door Pregnancy Center. Woo, woo, woo. Yes. Laverne turned me on to you guys last Giving Tuesday, and you were not where you are now. You have expanded, and Sean, you have gone completely from this incredible dream and idea and a prayer to just claiming God's promise, claiming it, and no, this is what God said, and I'm going to believe on it, and I'm going to have faith on it, and I'm going to walk in it. Tell people what you do at Open Door.
Well, I want to respond. I tell you, it takes an army to do what we do. And I'm just foolish enough to believe, is what someone told me recently. And I said, amen. We have been Open Door Pregnancy, and we've added Resource Center because our clientele and our services has grown exponentially for the last 13 years. We opened in 2008 on a wing and a prayer. And then here we are in 2021. We opened for services here at 1109 South Main, Springfield. We opened for services January of this year. So,
oh my goodness.
We have seen about a 40-something percent. Last month, it was a 38-point-something% increase in clientele. And what we've done is we've looked at the John 10:10 ministry. And I'll just be honest with you, for years, so many people just think it's about being pro-birth and the pro-life thing. It's such a political thing that I finally looked at somebody and said, we're pro-hope, pro-mercy, pro-love, and pro-grace. And people just kind of stopped and listened to me because at that point, people go, whoa. We want that person that walks in our doors, and I'm going to use, little Sally. We want little Sally to be completely understood, and we want to love her from the time she walks into whatever services we need to help her with. If that is connecting her to an adoption agency because she wants to do an adoption plan, if that means that she's a post-abortive woman, that we're going to do post-abortion healing, we'll be doing a class starting in January on that. Our services has expanded to, we want to see that John 10:10 ministry. And when I say that, it is life and life to the full, or abundant life. It's not just that season where that person is hurting and hopeless. And I think recently we have some t-shirts that were made that said, hold on to hope. And we have learned now that we're dosing that hope. Yeah. And so I love the fact that we're able to love those people right where they're at, whatever crisis we are in. I was just sitting talking to the producer that's going to do our video. And Devin, I'll just be honest with you. That is something, the comment was, wow, you guys are dealing with people in crisis. And I said, moment crisis, every moment. I was in court with a young lady yesterday. I felt so good about sitting next to her, knowing where she's come from since the beginning of the year. She's not the same person. She's transformed, and there is a renewing of her mind, but she's learning what abundant life looks like. She may have to do, a little time in jail, but I looked at her and said, suck it up, Buttercup. Let's do this. You have come so far. Let's get this over with. And her comment was, thank God you're with me. I got a text from her mom that said, I just appreciate you and your program. So it's not just about having a woman come in that doesn't know if she's going to, terminate a pregnancy, but it's watching that girl. And this girl actually came in the day before her baby was born and had nothing, not even a blanket for her baby. So we've had this relationship with her for about 2.5 years. So it's just beautiful to see, that how we can show someone what hope looks like, share that hope with them, love them when they have nothing or no one. And that's kind of, we talk about being a pregnancy center, but we're so much more.
Even helping people parent. Parenting is not an instinct. Everyone thinks it's an instinct. And that's where it shortchanges everyone when they feel like they fall short. Because
you're right. In our generation, we were playing with baby dolls.
Yeah.
This generation is not. And that's what we've talked about to so many people. You don't understand what eye contact. I talked to a little girl yesterday and I said, your homework is that you read a book to your baby today and that we make eye contact with her and you smile at her and you have an exchange. It's called serve and return. We deal with a lot of ACEs, which are adverse childhood experiences. These folks that are hurting and in bondage as parents, they were hurting and their children are now hurting. And so what we're seeing is without knowledge, people perish. And so we're trying to build on the knowledge of the family. We closed our first location, moved to our big location, which is 5 times the size, by the way, and 5 is the number for grace. I love it.
Amen.
But as we came here, we were trying to figure out what to do with the other property because we did own it. And we have now done it's called Connecting Company, and it's connecting families, connecting community. But we are doing supervised visitation. We're doing counseling services in both locations. We've brought people on our staff to help do life coaching, making goals, setting goals, and seeing these families. This one young lady that I was with yesterday at court, seeing her, she is the epitome of what goals and what someone walking alongside of you saying, okay, we got to change this. And the behavior, seeing it change. She said, I said, when did you drink last? And girl, she can't lie to me. She said, Miss Shawn, I haven't drank since so-and-so. I am so proud that she's clean and sober. The video that we're going to be producing in January, we have a girl that was a 17-year addict and has been clean for 3 years, came to us through our court appointment, was angry, hated me, hated my staff, was not ready to do the work, and then decided it was time. And her life, she's got her kids back. Her life has completely changed in the last, 3 years.
God bless you. God bless you. I watched I tell everybody, I said, this is not a battle that would be won in a courtroom. It's going to be one in the hearts of people. And it's not going to be using a sign and protesting is not going to change anybody, but opening your doors.
Amen.
And that's what you've done. Opening the door, Open Door Pregnancy Center Resource Center is just, they're doing God's work. They're in Robertson County, Springfield, Tennessee. What do you need? It's Giving Tuesday. What do you need?
Well, I'm going to be honest. One of my board members will cry when I say this, but the first thing we always ask for is prayer. We are not fundraisers. We're friend raisers. We want to partner with people that want to see a difference in people's lives. And so we want to ask for, first thing is for you to pray for us as an entity, as we welcome these people that are in full-blown crisis. Just welcome them in. And by doing that, keeping our lights on, we always need, our gifts. We have a new program that's coming out. It's launching next week when we send out all of our end of year giving stories. And what we're saying is for $17, and I believe it's 69 cents. I don't have that paper in front of me, but it's like you can sponsor a mother to go through a class that would carry her through a class for each week. And so for like $70-something, and we have broke it down so simple. We had a car seat grant. They don't do grants for those anymore. So we have everything that a mother and child would need to carry them through the first couple of years of life. And they earn that because we want to teach a man to fish for a lifetime, not just feed him for the day.
Amen. Preach.
Yes. And when somebody comes in and they need that car seat, when I got a call from the hospital on Friday that somebody needed a car seat, I said, what else did they need? There was a language barrier. There was a Spanish client. And I'll be honest with you, this little girl had nothing for her baby. And so we're able to do that. So we have people that partner with us and do white drives. They do car seat drives. We can, the biggest thing is keeping our lights on. I have one Sunday school class of little old ladies, and they call themselves little old ladies, so I'm not disrespecting. But they give us $25 to go towards our phone lines because our phone lines are lifelines to somebody. And so many people like that getting together, God just blesses, the fishes and the loaves. And so we have people that give me $5 a month. I have a single mom that believed in our program so much. She said, I'm going to give you $10 a month. That is her widow's mite. That is probably stretching her so thin, but she is an automatic giver. I mean, she said, that's the first thing I do is I give to Jesus through you guys and our church. So it was just a beautiful thing.
That's wonderful.
Yes, ma'am. I have this story real quick. I have a widow that we had a banquet, and this widow started giving us $20 a month. And I just sat with that $20 check and cried one day. And my girl goes, come on now, you got to get past this. And I said, you don't understand. She trusts us, and God trusts us with this sacrifice. And so, giving sometimes is a sacrifice. And so we give to our clients, but we have a beautiful exchange and serve and return with them because they're learning and they're growing. And it's not, we are faith-based because we have to believe in the Lord, but that is not an implication for our clients. But it's really cool when they say, why don't you treat me like the world? Why don't you, treat me this way? And it's really kind of cool when someone says, no one's ever told me that they were proud of me, and they're crying, and I'm proud of them because they've done something for themselves. And so it's just a really cool thing that we can do. So Giving Tuesday is anything that a child needs. That's what we supply. We actually have a little boutique now that has clothing. Miss Deb and I just invite you to come and visit so you'll understand the whole, repertoire of what we do.
I'm coming to see you. I'm coming to see you because I love what you do. For many, many years, I worked with a pregnancy center and helped them raise money in diapers every year. I did a diaper drive.
Absolutely, diaper drive. Hermitage. Yes, ma'am.
Because kids go through diapers. I'm just saying, you don't know my story, and one day I'll sit down and tell it to you, but I'm going to come and see you because I'm going to pray. You got a new prayer partner in what you do. God bless you, Sean. Every day, God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Give people the website one more time so we can let everybody know.
It is www.615-384-HOPE.org. And we are also, you can just Google us on Facebook, Open Door Pregnancy Center in Springfield, and go straight to our website and page and give by PayPal. You can mail us a check. I have people that just stop by our doors and say, hey, I just had these in my car today. So we love those little drive-by ferries.
Oh, I love that. I want to do that. Well, there's a perfect song that we're going to go into next. It's my friend Skip Ewing, who I'm going to be interviewing this afternoon, and he's got a new Christmas project out. And I'm going to play this just for you, Sean. Thank you so much. And God bless you on Giving Tuesday.
When every child is born, all of the heavens pause to offer a prayer of gratitude and love for every child that rests at its mother's breast. God is there. God is there. Gloria. Every day anyway is a Christmas morn. Gloria. God is there when every child is born. When every child is born, all the heavens sigh, shining in every star up in the sky, is all of the fear and hope of a wondering world. God is there. God is there. Gloria. Every day anyway is a Christmas morn. Gloria. God is there whenever a child, wherever a child, forever a child. Whenever a child is born, every heart rejoices. For every child that's born cries with heaven's voice, Gloria. Every day anyway is a Christmas morn. Gloria. every child is born. God is there when every child is born.
We designed Feed America First to help provide food to those who feed the hungry. Our focus is rural and small town America.
It helps fill in the gaps when you can't go to the grocery store and be able to have the money to buy what you need.
When we get stuff in, we're not a storehouse. We've got to turn around and move it as soon as possible.
Hey everybody, Troy Castellano here on a chilly but sunny Nashville morning. Out making some deliveries for Instruments for Education. Hey, I just wanted to thank everybody who's supported Instruments for Education so far. Whether it was an instrument or a monetary donation, we really appreciate it. That's how we are able to do this. And in this week of Thanksgiving, I'm giving you guys thanks for that, and I really do appreciate it. And you are changing lives. So keep up the support, and I wish you all a safe and happy Thanksgiving, and give everybody in your family a big old hug, okay? All right, thanks.
Happy Giving Tuesday. Giving Tuesday is a big deal for local nonprofits. It's a day to support the causes that you care about. Please consider supporting survivors in our community of domestic and sexual assault. You can learn more about our mission to protect victims, prevent violence, and empower survivors, and all the ways that you can make a difference today and every day by visiting our website, dvsacenter.org. You can also follow us on Facebook at DVSA Center to learn more about what we're doing and see your gift in action.
I'm down here on the beach at 5:50 a.m. to be able to talk about what I am most grateful for at Good Hope Farms of Rest Stop Ministries. And that's hope. And this behind me represents hope. The sun is going to rise again. My phone says at 6:13 a.m. I've been down here for 14 days and it has never failed yet. And that's because the good hope that we have in God is a hope that doesn't disappoint. That's what Scripture says. And in Psalms, it says, as surely as the sun will rise again, He'll come for us. And that's what I watch happening at Good Hope Farms. Women come in hopeless, and we watch their hope rise. We watch their hope be lifted. And we know that hope heals. And that's why what we do at Good Hope Farms is we grow hope. So many specialists will say that giving hope is one of the most important things that you can do for another human being. And that's what I'm grateful for, to watch hopeless women become full of hope, to see their hope begin to rise and lift like the sun, for them to begin to take hold of that promise that the sun will rise again. Your hope is coming for you, and to watch that hope heal them little by little, just as the sun begins to rise little by little until it comes up into the sky in full radiance and glory. This Thanksgiving, I am grateful for hope.
My name is John Dietrich, and I am a proud Rutherford County board member and volunteer of the American Heart Association. Giving Tuesday is a day we all come together to do something we know will make a difference in our community. This year, any gift you give to the American Heart Association, up to $500,000, will be doubled thanks to a matching gift from a group of generous donors. So your gift will have twice the impact in supporting life-saving research that leads to medical breakthroughs, like those that help save the lives of the ones we love from heart disease and stroke. I'm proud of the work being done to give hope, healing, and more moments that matter with our loved ones. Thanks to support from this incredible community, there's nothing we can't accomplish together. So please, give what you can to the American Heart Association and join me in the fight against heart disease and stroke. Remember, your gift can go twice as far to save lives. So donate now at heart.org/donate.
I give because I want to see lasting impact in my community.
I give because the staff at the Family Center are the most dedicated and passionate and empowered people that I've ever known.
I give because I've seen the impact that parent education has on raising strong, healthy children.
I give my time to the Family Center because I see firsthand the positive impact it has on children and families and therefore the community I live in. So it's my way of giving back to help them help the community.
2021 has been another year full of uncertainty, whether it was financial, returning to school, or the emotional exhaustion of the pandemic. But Boys and Girls Clubs of Middle Tennessee has been there, beside our families through it all, thanks to you. My name is Jalen Hayes, and I am the 2021 Youth of the Year for my Boys and Girls Clubs of Middle Tennessee. I've been here since I was 4 years old, which is a really, really long time. I'm passionate about helping my community. At my Boys and Girls Club, I've had many great opportunities, from serving meals to families in need after the devastating 2020 tornadoes, to proposing a park from the Nashville Civic Design Committee as a young ambassador. The club has literally been that ladder, that helping hand to my future. I was even offered a job opportunity to be a junior staff member to earn money so I can help my family. And incredibly, I was able to present to the General Assembly with many of our state representatives present. Definitely something that made me say, wow. However, I'm just one of the 10,000 youth in Middle Tennessee that need your support. For every $1 invested in Boys and Girls Clubs of Middle Tennessee, $12.47 is returned through free meals, access to technology, safe bus rides, and scholarships. With your help today, we can do even more. Your gift will help us do whatever it takes to build great futures, just like mine.
Okay, y'all, I'm just a puddle. I'm just a puddle today. God bless you for joining me today. We did an hour show today. Normally it's 30 minutes at 11 o'clock, but today is Giving Tuesday, and it is my favorite day. It's my favorite day. And so I cannot leave without reminding you that Miss Cheap's Penny Drive starts today, benefiting Second Harvest. And if there is a little food pantry near you, they get benefits from Second Harvest. And you don't have to do a lot. Pennies. You can make your own container. You can go in banks all over and pick up containers. And the Penny Drive is huge. And we at Main Street want to help our community. Everybody should eat. As Joe always says on Mornings on Main Street, Joe Dubin says, everybody deserves to eat. We live in the richest country in the world. And even where there is poverty, there are hearts that give. They give of their time and their blessings. Like the New York Times said last year, the worst year economically ever, giving rose. And Joe closes his show every day with nobody ever went broke giving. And I close mine the same way as well. Be safe, be kind, and remember you are loved. That's our whole premise behind Giving Tuesday. Remember you are loved, and together is where we always want to be. I'm going to close with our official theme song with Lisa Richard. God bless you. Have a great Giving Tuesday. I'm so glad that you spent it with me. Share this show, and wherever you are, if you're watching in some other place, there's a way to give. And if you don't have money, you have you. God bless you. Have a great Giving Tuesday.
Nothing like the sunrise with your coffee in the morning, or taking a good book off the shelf. Another thing I love the most than being on my own is together with everybody else. Together, like a Southern Sunday service. Together, on my front porch with my friends. Together with who's ever there, standing next to me. Yeah, together is my favorite place to be. Dinner at the table with my family and friends. Friday night fire in the fall. Music and the lyrics on a 6-string guitar. Together is the blessing of it all. Together, like a Southern Sunday service. Together, on my front porch with my friends. Together with who's ever there, standing next to me. Yeah, together is my favorite place to be. Even when I'm by myself with no one else around, I can still be in the middle of a crowd. Together, like a silent Sunday service. Together, on my front porch with my friends. Together with who's ever there, standing next to me. Yeah, together is my favorite place to be. Yeah, together is my favorite place to be.